Today, I'm doing a review from Sprayberry Bottle Shop. They just recently got a single barrel pick from Shortbarrel that was a hazmat, and today we are going to get to do a review of it. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad, and today I am very excited. So this actually came in this box right here, but it's so it's like the most perfect black color I've ever seen. It kind of doesn't show up, it just kind of looks like a hole in the screen wherever it is. I have a monitor here, I'm looking at it. So I took it out of this, but it did come in this little box here. The Bin Cartel, Buy It Now Cartel, let's go. This is from Sprayberry Bottle Shop. They were kind enough to send me a bottle to do a review of, and I am very excited. So it came like this, very cool packaging, and then I thought this was cool, and then I got to this and realized how cool it actually was. So it's called a hazmat because it's at least 140 proof. Anything 140 up is considered a hazmat. So this is a hazmat, and they had some incredible packaging with this. Biohazard. It's pretty sick. And so I got this little 375 here, and we're going to do a review of it. I'm very excited. I have had a few hazmats in my time. I think people chase it just for the novelty of it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better, but if it's a really good hazmat, then it shouldn't really drink 140 proof. The best you can hope for in situations like this is that it drinks something in like the 100, 110 proof range, because 140 proof is crazy. That's a pretty wild proof point. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and let's see what we think about it. I don't have a ton of experience with Shortbarrel. I've had a few of their things. I've had a few bee's knees and a few other finished stuff, but I don't think I've ever had anything that was just their straight bourbon. So jumping in straight to a hazmat is going to be wild. These are numbered too. They're numbered. My number is 33 out of 120. I don't know if they bottled them at 375 for like media kits or if they bottled it this way for regular consumers, because 140 proof means there's probably not a lot in that barrel, and they may have wanted to have more people be able to try this and go with the small ones. All right, let's get this thing into a Glen. Let's give it a nosing and let's see how we feel. Comes in at 140.3 proof, so this should be very interesting. It looks so dark. I don't know if it's really coming through, but it is really, really dark. And I can already smell it even coming out of the glass. I can just point this Glen to my face like a Glen cannon, and I can smell it coming out here. All right, let's go nosing. Let's see how we feel. All right. So I recently just did a video on the Penelope Architect Creme Brulee, and that one was 110 proof, and that nose goes way hotter than this nose at 140 proof. There is proof in there, but it's not horrific. But it is really nice. It's like a dark honey almost. Dark honey and like leather. That nose is excellent. Ooh, okay, there's a little bit of hit of proof. Jesus. A little cinnamon on there, a little bit of baking spice. Like it's not cinnamon like Red Hots, it's like cinnamon powder. It smells excellent. I really like the honey note. It smells like hot honey. Have you ever had like Dave's Hot Honey? Whatever that stuff's called. It is Mike's Hot Honey, whatever it is. Is it Dave's Hot Chicken and Mike's Hot Honey? I don't know. Whichever one is the honey, that's the one it is. Yeah, I really like the nose on this. I'm surprised that it's not that aggressive. I really am. That's really hard to do on 140 proof. All right, let's give it a mouthing. Let's see how we feel. All right, that drinks 140 proof all day, every day. Holy shit. Now, I gotta let that sit for a minute. Oh my God. I can feel it in my chest. That's a hot boy. I mean, it is called Fire in the Hole, so I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna let it sit here for a second and try it again. All right, let's give it another tasting here, because one of the notes that is like still lingering as it's been sitting here has been like an orange or like even into like a lemon peel kind of a note. Little citric acid there. All right, second sip, way more manageable. I knew that, but still, it's not even close to as hot as the first one there. I get orange, I get a little bit of that honey note, and I get a little bit of oak. It's kind of simple, but I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, it's just a really solid 140 proof bourbon. That oak note is pretty predominant too. I think sometimes on my palate, like citric acidy, like warhead powder note and barrel tannin kind of get confused, but this case it's presenting very much oak forward and a little bit of leather. It's a little drying. I like it all right. I think it's a pretty solid bottle. I don't know if it's like my favorite thing of the year necessarily, but it is, for 140 proof, it is remarkably drinkable. The notes are a little different than what I like gravitate towards though. That leather note in there, and it's like leathery cinnamon lemon orange peel oak. That's the best description I can give you on this. That's pretty solid. I feel like this is probably a really good gateway into 140 proof stuff because it's remarkably drinkable. While I'm drinking, I don't feel like I'm drinking something that's 140 proof. So I feel like in that regard, it's pretty solid and a great introduction to higher proof, like really high proof stuff. So I don't know how much these cost, but if you want to call the store, see if they have any of these left. I don't know when they're dropping these. I also don't know if it comes in this cool packaging, but if it doesn't, it really should, because this is really cool. This is going to look sick on the shelf. What would I give this on a scale of 1 to 10? I think I'm going to give it like a 6, 6.8, 6.9. So I'm going to go 6.8. It's just not the flavors that I chase, but I do think it is a really, really solid bottle. And a 6.8 is not a bad score. 7s and 8s where you start talking about things that are really, really exceptional. And I think this is a really solid, oddly approachable 140 proof bourbon. So that's my review. Let me know if you go to Sprayberry. And when you do go to Sprayberry, let them know that I sent you. Let them know you watch the videos from Brad's Bourbon Reviews. Try to find this little hazmat thing. This is wild. I love the art. The packaging is just perfect. Comment down below while you're down there. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, cheers. A big thank you to all the Patreon supporters you see on screen right now.